My name is Munya Chawawa. I was born in a little place called Derby, but then I went and grew up in Zimbabwe. And I make content online that reflects society, politics, and culture. I think I had a pretty good childhood, to be honest. Like, when we moved to Zimbabwe, you could just do anything you wanted. Like, the spirit of adventure was so crazy. Like, I remember this one time I saw this person bungee jumping on TV, and I said to my sister, let's go and bungee jump. And we climbed to the top of this tree and I had a rope. Now, the thing is, I didn't realize that a bungee rope is meant to be springy. So I remember just tying this rope around my waist and jumping out of a tree, and then nearly hitting the ground and just basically swinging like a piñata, waiting for my mum to untie me. So that's the level of adventure we would get up to in Zimbabwe. I feel like I was very free-spirited. I was encouraged to be myself. School was all about bringing out your inner character. Don't be ashamed, don't hide that light of yours. And I just felt like the sky was the limit in terms of what I could be or what I could do. And so I set my sights on being a presenter, because my dad, he worked in law and he narrowly missed out on being a lawyer. And I think he wanted to live that dream through me by encouraging me to start doing public speaking. So I'd always get entered into school debating competitions, and I'd always be speaking out in class and doing poems and stuff like this. And I kind of realized that I didn't want to be a lawyer because it was too serious, and I didn't want to be a politician because I enjoyed telling the truth. So in the end, I guess comedy is something that I found my way towards when a job I wanted to do as a presenter was like, you don't have enough followers. So the only way I could think to build up followers was to try out a couple of sketches here and there. And I thought, all right, cool. If I make 2 more of these sketches and I jump up to 10,000 followers, maybe then they'll give me the presenting job. I reached that number pretty quickly, and then I realized, do you know what? This comedy thing feels right. This feels like the thing that's had the most momentum behind it. So let me just pursue it and see what happens. All of the characters that I do are largely based on things that have happened in the world or events that have kind of moved the world in some way. I figured out pretty quickly that people enjoy seeing societal issues broadcasted and interpreted through the lens of the character. So when I'm talking about class, I'm using the character of Unknown P. When I'm talking about appropriation and food, I'm using Johnny Oliver. When I'm talking about the news and kind of the insidious racism of British press, I'm using, Barty Crease. So essentially, I'm trying to interpret the world through people, through fictional people, because sometimes it's just easier to digest and understand. When lockdown started, someone said to me, it was my manager actually, she said, some people are gonna use this time and win, and then some people are kind of just gonna let it fly by them. And I thought, I wanna be one of those people. I'm at home, I can't go out, but we're all in the same situation. How do I best use that? Tried a few things. I tried doing like a weekly quiz show where I did mine where people could win a single piece of toilet roll every time they answered a question. That's just a kind of sort of billionaire playboy I am. And then I just started to get experimental with it, because I was like, I'm at home. Is there any funny side to this pandemic that's making people feel so miserable? What about if we take some old school bangers that people love and just flip them on their head and use them to tell the story of how everyone's feeling? So instead of Craig David, we could have Craig COVID. Instead of Neo, we could have Coroneo. Instead of Post Malone, we could have Post Corona. Just start exploring the world through exploring lockdown life through music, trying to give people a moment, even just 60 seconds in their day, where they can kind of detach from how crazy 2020 and 2021 is. You can do a lot in 60 seconds. If you're starting out and you're just on this road to being a creator, you just got to stick at it. Now, I know that sounds really generic, and you think, yeah, well, you would say that, You're one of the most handsome men in England, it's easy for you to say. You're looking for the thing that will create that impact. So for me, when I was doing presenting, when I was doing vlogging, none of those things were working. So only when I started to do my comedy sketches, I could feel the wall coming down a lot quicker, and that's what I just focused on and went for it. So trial and error, experiment with your tools until you find the one that makes you feel like you're getting closer and closer to your goal every single day. My name is Munya Chawawa. I am from England, but I feel like I was made in Zimbabwe, and I create social commentary and comedy and satire online.